Hey there, Tad here from Marketing for Hippies. We're now talking about the most important thing in word of mouth. Before I do that, I have to show you this. It's a little oyster barbecue. It's amazing. When I'm here for the Social Venture Institute at Hollyhock, our various things, pretty much every event I do. So Cortez Island oysters are incredibly popular in restaurants in BC and actually all around the world. But we get them just right here from the beach, and they have an oyster barbecue, and it's pretty amazing. So, where am I going to sit? I'll sit here. Whoa, right on the driftwood. So, if the third most important thing in word of mouth is about making it worthwhile for people to spread the word, and the second most important thing is making it easy, then what's the most important thing? The most important thing in word of mouth is that Seth Godin said it so well. He said, if you want people to make remarks about what you do, you've got to make it remarkable. You have to make it worthy of remark. You have to make it good enough that people actually want to talk about it. And it's interesting. The last few videos to me have been kind of an illustration of that. Hollyhock is such a great place. I love talking about it. I don't talk about it because I get paid to talk about it. I talk about it because it's amazing, because there's this oyster barbecue, because there's the ocean right here, because there's hot tubs up there that are gorgeous. You overlook the ocean at night, and there's an eagle's nest up there, because there's the garden there, because it's just so beautiful. The food is amazing. This is a little piece of heaven on earth, and because Hollyhock, it's not just this shishi. It's not a shishi retreat center, even though it's not easy to get to, and it's not cheap to stay at, but I've rarely met an initiative organization that's more committed to social justice and the positive transformation of the world. A number of good events that they've hosted here with very fine people working their darndest to make the world a better place. It's incredible. Their Social Venture Institute brings together Western Canada's top social entrepreneurs. The Social Change Institute brings together a lot of the top nonprofits and activists. And I can't even begin to tell you how many good initiatives have begun because of conversations that were started right here in hot tubs, between heads of different organizations, having social time together in a beautiful environment, de-stressing and planting seeds of collaborations and initiatives. So this place is extraordinary. This place is one of the hidden hubs and connection points of progressive, thoughtful people around especially Western Canada. And it's also a place where people who are activists and social change agents can do some of their own personal work and healing that's really tailored to them. So I could go on and on about Hollyhock, and it has a lot to do with the first reason, which is making it remarkable, making it worth talking about, make it cool, make it, there's so many examples of this. But if you think about it in your own experience, the businesses you talk about the most, it's not because they bribed you, it's because they're just so good. Maybe they're so aligned in your values, but also almost certainly, it's not just that the values proposition is good, meaning they've got integrity. Hey squirrel, I'm doing a video. It's the value proposition. The return on investment is really good. They really solve a meaningful problem for you, or they give you a really remarkable experience. So that's the key. When Amazon.com first started, one of the things they did was they stopped spending any money on their marketing, and they put it into free shipping. And people say, you can't do that. You need to spend money on marketing. And they said, that is the free marketing. The free marketing is making an offer that's so good that people have to talk about it. And they're right. And they were obviously right. Support your local bookstore. But I just heard a story of a nutritionist who they don't market at all, except for they use whatchamacallit, the where you get those deals in the email, and yoga studios use it all the time terribly, and then suffer because of it. Oh gosh, the name will come. It's killing me. But anyway, he'll send out one of these deals where it's like, hey, a free 30-minute session with me as a nutritionist. And what he does is This is so. First of all, he's a nutritionist and he's working on allergies, and so that's a very particular niche. And then he says within 3 sessions we will identify and heal the allergy. And if it's not, if you were allergic to apples and at the end of 3 sessions you can't eat an apple, I'll work with you until for free until we get that sorted. So that's a very clear niche. That's a very clear and compelling offer, and so the word spreads on that. He does the hell is it? You all know what it is. He does those launches via those bargain hunting services online, and then people come to him and they just stay, and then they tell their friends, and there's a natural word of mouth because the offer is so good, and he doesn't need to market that heavily. So when people, I just see it all the time when people are saying, well, how can I get more word of mouth in what I do? How can I get more people talking about what I do? And they automatically go to the tactics. They go to, how do I incentivize people to spread the word or bribe people? And they think, how do I maybe can I make it easy? Can I create these mechanisms for people to spread the word? And that's all nice. But the reality is, if you want people to spread the word about what you do, you've got to make it worthy of spreading the word. And that often is an innovation question, not a marketing question. It's going back to the core business and saying, how can I make this better? How can I make this something so extraordinary? So if you're a holistic practitioner, it's part of it is the experience that you create of the empathy, but it's also fixing helping people get well. If you really help people get well, they're going to want to spread the word rather than just saying, well, I do this work, and if you get better, I'll take credit for it, and if not, it's probably just your fear and your issues that are stopping you from getting well. So in review, word of mouth, the most important thing. Make it worthwhile. Make it really remarkable. Number 2, make it easy for people to spread the word. Number 3, make it worthwhile. That's the icing on the cake. This is the cake. I don't know what number 2 is. But I hope that's been useful, and more videos coming soon.